Taiwan, going up against Oil King, also out of Taiwan. Both of these players been around the block multiple times. You can see mid-30s. This isn't their first fighting game. Both world champion caliber players as well. ZJZ has been rocking the JP in Street Fighter 6, and of course, Oil King, we saw him on the Manon, we saw him on the Chun-Li, but the boy Rashid has arrived.
Yes.
And that is the character he's known for, and that's the character I'm hoping to see today.
He's got the turbulent wind back in his hands, and I think Rashid is in a really good position here. Obviously, seeing the birds start to pick him up again, showing strong performances. And
Gachikun as well, John Takuchi.
All of them. All the Rashids are back in the rotation, and this character is a menace. I want to see what Oil King is able to do, and it is not a statement I thought I was going to say today that one of these players is going out at 16th place.
Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting from either side, right? I would have firmly expected both of these players to be going into the top 16 on the winner's side of things. Big ups to JB as well. We mentioned JB getting third place at Can Opener just this past week and making top 8 of World Warrior West. So yeah, all the Rashids definitely being or seeming to find the groove with the character, right? I feel like at the very beginning, everybody was like, I'm not so sure, but it just took some time. He's one of those characters that has a lot of options, has a lot of trickery that needs to be discovered, and these players are definitely busting them wide open now. And this is a matchup I'm interested in seeing going up against JP, right? Any of these type of like high mobility characters or characters that have these like enduring projectiles like the Super R2 from Rashid.
Yeah.
I'm always interested to see how it kind of clashes with the JP and how they play around it.
Absolutely. And Oil King had some time to talk about this match and break it down a little bit for us. And his idea is to fight well, one game at a time. Wonderful mindset, especially with how long he has been in the game. You never want to focus on who is down the line, because if you don't beat the person in front of you, then you're not getting anywhere. And ZJZ is definitely a worthy opponent. And bringing up back the Rashid topic here too, Rashid has a unique advantage, I feel, against JP in the corner, especially with the charged up fireball, right? Because JP wants to OD Amnesia, and Rashid gets that free Oki every time, so it kind of takes that off the table, and it gives Rashid this wonderful situation. Also, if JP tries to escape or tries to get a reversal, he can go for the short version, doesn't go for the full charge, and then gets a punish anyways because of an overextension. So I'm really excited to see how that boils down. What is Oil King prepared for this matchup? Because JP has been a menace online, offline, across the world. Everybody's had something to say about the character. And yeah, a certain grappler defeated one, so I think maybe we all just need to get better. Who knows? And we're going to see if Oil King has prepared for the matchup. We have to hold that, man. Like,
Reynolds, man.
The timeline has been changed forever.
You heard
all right.
us, bro.
Uma said there was a turning point in his life. That was a turning point in the meta and the tier list conversations. Reynolds could have given us the correct timeline, and he didn't. But one of these players is going to give us the correct approach to this match, because one's going home and one is moving on in the loser side. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, it definitely gave us a turn for the worse when it came to the Twitter discourse, I'll tell you what. But yeah, it's great to see it again, man. I really feel like all these characters in the game are viable in a tournament format, right? In a 2 out of 3 and a 3 out of 5, anybody could get got with the strength of these characters. But Oil King, no Rashid to be found, going with the lore battle, the classic that we've seen in this game already time and time again, the JP versus the Ken.
He said, I'll never financially recover from this. And Ken, it's personal.
And this is very interesting to me because, like, VX Bao was a player that mained JP and then played Ken for this matchup, right? But just at the latest China Invitational, he played the mirror. He was like, JP versus JP, bro. I'm not even playing Ken in this anymore. So we shall see what Oil King brings to the table.
Yeah, let's both play the Ghost game. All right, it's the only one that can deal with it, but Oil King definitely has his reasons for playing the Ken, and I feel like Ken can definitely get through this matchup because of that. The potency of the drive rush and his options off of it can really lock down JP, Fireball, Oki as well, but everybody is susceptible and equal to the throw loops.
Indeed, beats him to the punch. ZJZ also committing to the drive rush, but definitely too late on that one. Oil King, perfectly times the jump. No goes here. We busting those.
Yeah, and I like that too. Gets that for very cheap, only has to utilize drive gauge. And this is looking good too. And what you'll see here from Ken as well is a lot of block strings. You'll end with the fireball because you never want him to OD Amnesia, and it creates that space that you want to stay on as Ken. So love that from Oil King.
Indeed, Oil King showing a lot of respect in his approach, being very patient, not overexerting, not relying on the Dragon Lash too heavily. Oh, does get caught right there. That's something that JPs have gotten so good at, just waiting for you to cancel your parry into the drive rush and stuffing it out.
Yeah, the crouch medium kick is a criminal move, and I love that. Gets the counter hit this time. Oil King pressing the crouching medium kick a little bit earlier to create that situation, and now you're one touch away, taking the throw. You're not allowed to take much more, and he's creating that space. He goes right back. He beat the OD Ghost with the low forward. Oil King! He didn't even need the bar. He said, no meter, no problem.
Those goals, they take some time, right, to get their active hitboxes on you. So Oil King able to just beat it out in time. Very well done here. ZJZ now. This is something I've noticed in his play before, though. He gets a little drive impact happy, especially when he goes down.
Oh, no.
Trying to look for that. Now looking for the parry answered. Oh, man, the drive rush jab tick throw. He even missed the initial drive rush jab and still got it off.
He parried the first one? I don't know what he was going for, but it would have been a genius move to avoid that. No way, dude. He's doing everything right in this matchup. It feels like he has an answer for everything ZJZ is presenting.
Yeah, that was good stuff. At least ZJZ knew to just press a crouch button after the second hit of the target combo, but man, that drive rush crouch medium kick is plaguing him.
I feel like the lack of spikes here, too, is really affecting ZJZ because he's not stuffing these approaches. Typically, you can lay the traps for these drive rushes even further and keep that space, but none seen just yet. But now ZJZ finally finding a hit, and those anti-airs are so dang strong. But the no full
perfect
punish.
parry on the Ghost. Yeah, left some damage on the table, but finds the corner carry combo anyway.
Oh, and the bait!
Baits it out. Gets a little bit of damage. Could have got more, but it's okay. Wants to preserve that drive meter.
I love that. Gets the 4-piece right there. ZJZ could have jumped out of that one, but not willing to try to escape. Love that little shimmy, and now it is almost lights out, and the bait will be it. I think the fastest set and the reset. Why are you like this, Oil King? Insult to injury. Oil King sends ZJZ out. I thought this was going to be the most contested in the loser side, and it looked like Oil King read the script. He said, no. Look it, I am talking to the director, and this is how it's going down. Oil King completely dismantling ZJZ. Impressive.
It was one of those games where OD Amnesia needed to be forgotten about, right? Given its namesake. Every time that ZJZ tried to do it, Oil King predicted it perfectly, just baited it out. He beat him to the Ghost multiple times. That drive rush crouch medium kick was a huge problem in the neutral. ZJZ just never really felt comfortable. You called out the lack of spikes. He wasn't really ready with that crouch medium punch either. One of the great tools at stuffing the approaches against characters. And yeah, man, just unfortunate, right? You kind of get overwhelmed in this game. It's very easy because these characters have such suffocating offense to just not get your feet under you.
Yeah.
And when that happens, sets like that take place.
Yeah, and I felt like he was at that perfect position almost every single time. He never let ZJZ create more space, and the low forward always felt like it was close enough. Every single time the Ghost was presented, he was in drive rush range to connect with the low forward, and there was nothing ZJZ could do. Oil King was in control, calm, cool, and collected, and knew where he wanted to be at all times and how to really shut down JP. So super strong performance. He's going to be fighting Yoro a little bit later, so the Ken has his work cut out for him, but like that was so impressive. I don't know how he went to losers. Like seeing him play like that.
For real,
like,
right?
Bro, that was impressive.
So yeah, definitely good stuff to Oil King. Going to be moving on, and good stuff to ZJZ as well. Of course, his tournament journey has ended today, but the online premieres are not the only way to qualify for Capcom Cup 10, right? There's also the World Warrior